Managerial economics. Introduction to managerial economics. Managerial economics is an offshoot of two distinct disciplines, management and economics. The managers in their day-to-day activities are always confronted with several issues, such as how much quantity is to be produced, or how much quantity is to be supplied at what price. How much quantity is to be supplied at what price, and how much quantity is to be produced to make a given profit. Should the product be made internally, or whether it should be bought from outside. So that is the managers in their day-to-day activities. That is, he use the managerial economics. That is for what quantity is to be produced at a given price, and what quantity to be sell in a or supplied in a market at a given profit. So the managerial economics comes from two distinct disciplines, management and economics. First of all, what is management? Management is the science and art of getting things done through people. That is the management is science or art as well as science for getting things done through people. So what is science and what is art? So science means that is it is mainly depending upon facts, and art means the skills. The managerial economics, that is a managerial economics, the management use his skills for solving some organizational problems or issues, and he use the managerial economics. The management depends upon science means facts. So what is the reason, or if you take any decision, what are the effects in future? So such depending upon these are called as a science. Next of all, that is the manager perform different type of functions. So those functions are called as a management functions. Mainly the management functions are planning, organizing, directing, controlling, motivating and leading. That is the management functions are planning, organizing, directing, controlling, motivating and leading. First of all, that is a planning function. So planning means that is the manager's main function. The important function of a manager is a planning. The planning depends upon that is how to plan. That is for achieving the organizational goals or individual goals or business goals. That is what is the plan is called as a planning. Next of all, organizing means that is to organize the overall activities. That is to combine the organizational overall activities are called as a organizing. Next of all, directing means that is to give directions to the employees. In directing function, that is the manager act as a guide or coach. That is, he give directions to the employees for achieving their individual as well as organizational goals. Next of all, controlling. In this controlling function, that is a manager control the overall activities of organization, and at the same time, that is he collect the feedback. That is after implementing the planning activities in the organization, that is he control the overall activities and take feedback that from the organization or employees. That is in controlling function, that is if any mistakes or errors are occur, that is he control the overall mistakes or correct the errors. Next of all, motivating. In motivating function, that is a manager motivate the employees towards the work. That is organizational towards the organizational works. The manager control the employees towards the organizational work. That is called as a motivating function. Next of all, that is the leading. In this leading function, that is the manager act as a leader. That is he guide. That is the leader means that is the person who contains followers is called as a leader. In this leading function, that is the manager help to the employees and he solve their problems, and he act as a leader in this leading function. So those are all called as a functions of management. And next of all, that is the economics. And next of all, in this management function, the manager is responsible for achieving the targeted results to maximize the profit. economics targeted results to maximize the profits. And he used the knowledge of economics. He used the knowledge of economics, which is essential for a manager to optimize cost and revenue. To optimize cost and revenue. So that is the about the management. Management is called as a science and art. That is a management is defined as that is a science and art and science, that is getting things done through people, and functions of management are planning, organizing, directing, controlling, motivating and leading. And in these management functions, that is the knowledge of economics is essential for a manager to optimize cost and revenue. So next of all, that is the second distinct discipline, that is economics. So economics is defined as the study of human activities. Study of human activities. Human activities for spending money and earning money. That is for spending and earning money. Economics is defined as a study of human activities for spending as well as earning money. Adam Smith defined the managerial. Adam Smith defined the economics as a study of nature as well as a national wealth. The study of nature and as well as use a national wealth. National wealth is called as the Adam Smith's definition about economics. Adam Smith's definition about economics is that is the study of wealth, study of nature and use this for a national wealth. And next of all, Robbins' definition about economics: the science which study human behavior, as a relationship between ends and scarce. The Robbins' definition is that is a science which study human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce, means which have alternative uses. The economics is also divided into two parts, as a microeconomics and macroeconomics, as well as macroeconomics. First of all, microeconomics. Microeconomics is defined as a study of individual consumer or firm is called as a microeconomics. Microeconomics studied about the individual consumer or a single firm, that is called as a microeconomics. That means the microeconomics, that is, it study about the economics in a micro level, such as what is individual income and what is the individual firm or a particular branch income, that is called as a microeconomics. And next of all, macroeconomics. Macroeconomics is the study of aggregate or total level of economic activities in a country, that is called as a national income. Macroeconomics is defined as the study of total or aggregate economic activity in country, that is called as a macroeconomics. So the best examples for microeconomics and macroeconomics is that is when a particular person or individual income is called as a microeconomics, the whole in national or a world income is called as a macroeconomics. So totally that is the in managerial economics. First of all, we studied about what is management, and next of all what is economics. It is clear now. So next of all, what is managerial economics? What is managerial economics and what is the definition of managerial economics? The managerial economics is defined by different authors as a different. The managerial economics is defined by different persons as a different purposes. So first of all, managerial economic definition by Spencer and Seizelman. Spencer and Seiserman. The managerial economics defined as a integration of economic theory and business practices. Economic theory and business practices for the purpose of facilitating decision making and forward planning. That is the main purpose is decision making and forward planning. That is a Spencer and Seiserman definition is that is a managerial economics is the integration of economic theory and business practices for the purpose of facilitating decision making and forward planning by management. And next of all, that is Brigham and Papa's definition about managerial economics. Brigham and Papa's definition about managerial economics. It is the Brigham and Papa's definition is defined as the application of economic theory. Application of economic theory and methodology to business. Application of economic theory and methodology to business administration practices is called as a managerial economics. So in Brigham and Papa's definition, that is to apply the economical theories in day-to-day business practices. That is for the manager use the economical principles such as by increasing in price, that is a demand decreases, and at the same time that is to fix the price depending upon the customer's psychology. So these all economical principles are applied in a day-to-day business practices such as how to fix the price and how to gain profits, and in what situations that is the company earns more and more profits, and in what situations that is the company adjusts or the company is ready, that is to run the company or to sell the product without profits. So these are the economical principles. That is a Brigham and Papa's definition is to apply the economical principles in and methodologies in a day-to-day business practices. That is called as a managerial economics. So next of all, what is the nature of managerial economics? What is the nature of managerial economics? The nature of managerial economics is nature of managerial economics. The nature of managerial economics is it is close to microeconomics. Close to microeconomics. We know about the microeconomics. Microeconomics means that is to study about an individual form or that is individual or a person's income or economical activities are called as a microeconomics. So economical activities means that is the spending the money and earning the money. So first of all, close to microeconomics. It is concerned with finding solution to the managerial problems of a firm. Microeconomics is that is it is close to microeconomics. It is concerned with finding solutions to the managerial problems of a firm. So in the microeconomics, that is the nature of managerial economics. First nature is it is close to microeconomics. In some situations, it is appeared the managerial economics is appeared as it is very close to microeconomics. That means it is mainly concentrated on individual income or a particular branch or particular firm's income. So that is called as a close to microeconomics. Second nature is that is operates against the backdrop of macroeconomics. Operates against the backdrop of macroeconomics. Macroeconomics. We know about the macroeconomics. Macroeconomics means that is the to study about a national wealth, or it is to study about the national economics, or a whole organization, or total or aggregate or a total organization economic is called as a macroeconomics. The managerial economics, one of the nature it is operates against the backdrop of macroeconomics. That means in some situations it is appeared as it is close to microeconomics. That means that is it is only concentrated on a individual income or a particular form economical activities, but the main purpose is that is a macroeconomics. So that is the overall if each and every branch activities or economical activities are improved, so automatically it give a total or a whole organizational income. For example, if a branch, if each and every or individual branch income increases, automatically the whole organizational income increases. So that is called as a operates against the backdrop of macroeconomics. The macroeconomic conditions of the economic is also seen as a limiting factor for the firm to operate. So managerial economics has to be aware of limits such as government policies and inflation. Next of all, that is managerial economics is depends upon normative statements. Normative statements. Normative statement means it includes ought or should, good or bad, right or wrong. That is normative statements means it includes ought or should, good or bad, right or wrong. One problem with a normative statement is that they cannot. One problem in normative statement is that it cannot be derived from different activities. That is the normative statements means it cannot be verified by looking at the facts. Disagreement between or disagreement about such statements are usually settled by voting them. That is, it does not depending upon, we already told about that is a management is an art as well as science. So science means that is it depends upon facts, but in normative statement it does not depends upon facts. Only it depends upon what is good, it is good or bad, right or wrong. And it depending upon the in decision making, it depends upon voting. In decision making, the managerial economics depends upon voting. If most of the peoples are agree, the earth tells that is the decision is right, so automatically it implement. Or most votings are that is it tells about it is bad, so automatically it implement as a it is a worst. So such a normative statement is for taking any decisions. If the managerial economics depending upon only voting and it does not depends upon facts, that is called as a normative statement. And next of all, that is the next nature of managerial economics is prescriptive action. Prescriptive action means that is a goal-oriented action. Goal-oriented action is called as a prescriptive action. It is goal-oriented action. Given a problem and object of form, it suggested the course of action from the available alternatives for optimal solution. It is the goals-oriented action. Given a problem and objective of a form, it suggests the course of action from the available alternatives for optimal solution. That is called as a prescriptive action or goal-oriented actions. That is that each and every action behind the action, that is the managerial economics main purpose is goal, that is for achieving the organizational business goals, that is called as a goal-oriented action. For example, that is the company is ready to decrease the price or increase the price, that is the main purpose is for achieving it. Next of all, that is applied in nature. Applied in nature. Models are in managerial economics, that is the different models are built to reflect the real life situation. These models are immense help to managers for decision making, that is a manager for taking any decisions, for implementing the any decision in the organization. That is a managerial economics use different models and to implement these models in a real life situations. In real life situations, if it gives a good result, so automatically it implement the decision in a whole organization. the whole organization. That means the managerial economics is not only depends upon some imaginations, it is depend upon the models which are implemented in a real life situations for taking any important decisions. For example, that is the if you introduce a new product, or if you introduce a new packet, or new covering up or packaging upon the product. So for implementing the organization has a doubt, that is that the customers are ready to accept this packing or not. So in these situations, that is the managerial economics implement these packings in a particular branch or in a particular area, customer segment or marketing segments. So if the customers are accepted, so automatically it implement this packaging into whole organization. So that is called as a building models. Next of all, offer scope. To evaluate each alternative. Offers scope to evaluate each alternative. That is the next nature of a managerial economics. That is, it offers scope to evaluate each alternative. Managerial economics provide an opportunity to evaluate each alternative in terms of its cost and revenue. Cost and revenue. That is, the managerial economics offers number of alternatives, number of opportunities or alternatives to take any decisions. The decisions are the areas like as a cost or revenue. That is, the managerial economics have number of alternatives. From this total alternative, from this number of alternatives, that is to select a best one. That is the managerial economics contain number of alternative decisions. From this number of alternative decisions, that is the manager choose a best decision and to implement in the organization. Next and last one of a nature of managerial economics is that is it is an interdisciplinary. Managerial economics is an interdisciplinary action. Interdisciplinary means that is it is interlinked with different subjects. The managerial economics is not a single subject. It is the managerial economics is not a single subject. It is the combination, or it is an interlinking of different subjects. So those are called as a interdisciplinary action. The contents, tools, and techniques of managerial economics are drawn from different subjects. So those different subjects are economics, operations research, mathematics, statistics, accountancy, psychology, organizational behavior. So these are the different interlinking subjects of a managerial economics. That is, a managerial economics, that is, it used its tools, techniques and contents from the economics, operations research, mathematics, statistics, accountancy, psychology and organizational behavior. So that is, in next class we will discuss about how it is interlinked with these all subjects.